Hi BookTube, it's Missy, and today I thought I would share with you guys a 25 crazy things about me. I know this has gone around where everyone does their 25 facts, and I talk so much about myself on here, I figured I would share with you guys the weird stuff that you may not know about me. So before we get started, this is one thing that people probably don't know, and it is I love old ballads, like old music. So I'm going to attempt to share with you guys a few lines from one of my favorite songs from Etta James, and then we'll finish the facts section. Okay. I'm so nervous. Okay. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over. That's just the first section of At Last. I really like that song. I could go on, but my nerves are getting too nervous. So, okay, so 25 facts about me that you may not know. Number one, I can do bunny nose, and whenever my husband is feeling sad or whatever, he goes, "Hey, let me see that bunny nose." Okay, watch, ready? So that's my bunny nose. And another little secret that goes along with that, I used to be called Rabbit growing up because I have huge front teeth. So my family used to tease me about that. Number two, I went to four different first grades. 2 here in California and then 2 in Hawaii. Growing up, I mostly lived in Hawaii, but I did come over here to California a couple times, and I stayed. When I was here, I would have to be enrolled in school, so I think I was in one school for about a month, and then I went to another first grade for about a month, and then I went back to Hawaii, and then I stayed at another first grade for a couple months, and then I moved to a different island, and then I had to finish up my first grade at that school. And so a lot of first grades. And no, my dad wasn't in the military. We were like living gypsies. Like, we really just liked to move a lot. Number 3 is, when I was a sophomore in high school, I had a month-long goth phase where I dyed my hair jet black, permanent. I wore the black lipstick, the black, combat boots, leggings, everything, all black. And I don't even know if it was a month. It was probably like 2 weeks. Definitely on Halloween, I dressed like that. And my family just tripped out. Like, why did you do that? And I don't know why. I did it, and I can say I did it, and immediately I went back to brunette because it washed my skin color out, made me look really pale. Fourth weird story. Growing up in Hawaii, you have lots of like home remedies for certain things, and this is a little gross, a little TMI, but when I was 10, I had to pee on my foot. Now, you're thinking, ew, that's disgusting. And yes, it is. But I was surfing at 10, and my foot brushed against Vana, or sea urchin, and its little legs came off when I did that, and it got stuck in my foot. And in order to neutralize the poison from the sea urchin, I put a little bit of pH on it with my pee. I peed in a cup, poured it on my foot. Totally gross. Definitely works. If you ever get jellyfish stings, you can do that too. If you want to smell like pee. At least it was on my foot and not like my leg or arm or something, right? Yeah, it's gross. Let's get on with the rest of them. 2 years ago, For 5 years straight, I was a major runner, and the farthest I could get in one day was 7 miles, which was really exciting for me, and I totally miss it. I work a lot now, and with the kids, I don't get to run as often as I like, but for all you runners out there, yes, I love running, and 7 miles was amazing. It took me 5 years to be able to do that. You know, before it was just a couple laps around a baseball field, and I had to work my way up, but by the time I got to the 5-year mark, I absolutely loved running, and those are one of my favorite exercises, just to go on a run. Number 6 is when I was 10 as well, I moved to Macon, Georgia, over on the East Coast, and it was my first time being, you know, not in Hawaii but in Georgia, so that was my first time across the United States. And while I was there, I went to a Christian school called Cross Keys Christian Academy, and I only had 5 kids in my 5th grade class, which was weird to me, but also kind of fun. Obviously you guys would know since I never told you before, but yeah, I lived in Georgia. I had the southern twang, and when you're little, you can like absorb accents so fast. And I only lived there for a year, a little over a year, and I was full on southern accent all the way. And it's funny when I listen to myself on like old movies because it's so strong. That southern accent is so strong. All right, number 7 is I used to have like a bedroom routine. So all the way growing up until like college, I would crack all my bones before I went to bed. Like I had to. It was like a compulsion. Like I had to crack my fingers, I had to crack my toes, my knees, my hips, my neck, before I could actually like go to sleep. And then in college, I would have to play solitaire before going to bed, and I'd have to win. So if I didn't win the first game, I'd have to keep playing solitaire until I won a game. And then it went from solitaire to Skippo, and then from Skippo to a Skippo kind of game on my phone. And now the only way I can go to sleep is if I set my pillow over my eyes. Like my mouth and nose are out, but the blanket is up to my chin, and then the pillow is on my face. Like I want to be in a cocoon when I'm sleeping, but I want to be able to breathe. And so that's how I fall asleep, with like all this pressure on my face. I don't know why, but it's very soothing and I love it. And I'm strange. I know, my bad. I used to have pet mice. I know a lot of people are like, ew, that's disgusting. And they were the gross ones, the white ones with the red eyes. I called them Mickey and Minnie, and I only had them for a couple days because a day or two after I got them, one of them ate the other. I don't know which one was which, but then we had to replace that dead one, and then that same mouse ate the other mouse. And so my dad said, we give up. We can't have a cannibal mouse in our house, and so he got rid of it. I think he just put it outside or something. So I used to have pet mice. Number 9 is I come from a really big family. I am the oldest out of 17 grandkids, and when I was little, we lived in a house with, I think, 5 bedrooms, and there was a pool, and it was really fun, but I had 13 people living in my house, and it was the best. If you come from a big family where you have like 6 or 7 brothers, I love that. We had my dad and me and my sister, and then he had his 2 sisters and their husbands and then their kids, and then my grandparents lived in the house as well. So all of us 13, so me and all my cousins, we slept on hideaway beds in the living room. And again, with the whole cocoon thing, my cousins would sleep on top of the bed, and I would sleep underneath in like the section where the bed folds down back into the couch. I wanted to sleep in that little section, so it was kind of like a coffin. Like I always enjoyed those little tiny spaces. I'm not claustrophobic. I like being confined as long as like my legs can stretch and wiggle, because I have like restless leg syndrome, so I need to be able to move my legs around, but I like having that tight space. around me. It makes me comfortable. And so that is another weird fact about me. Number 10 is I love eyebrows. It's like one of the sexiest things on both males and females. I do a lot of expressions with my eyebrows, and I just love that. So like when people say that the eyes are the windows to someone's soul, but the eyebrows are the windows to someone's emotions. And I'm teaching my children now, especially my son who's autistic. He always is reading my eyebrows. So if they're down like this, he knows that I'm mad. If they're up, he knows that I'm surprised. And so if I'm going, you're being really naughty right now, he goes, but mommy, you're not mad at me. Your eyebrows aren't mad. And so the eyebrows are definitely a way to see whether someone is really being the emotion that they're showing verbally, because if they're shouting at you but their eyebrows aren't down, then they're not really mad, are they? So I love eyebrows. They can be bushy or thin or whatever, but if you express yourself with your eyebrows, I'm probably going to stare at you and go, ah, I love them. Number 11, when I was little, again, I grew up in Hawaii, so there was a lot of mixed races there, lots of, you know, half Japanese, half white, half Hawaiian, half white, half Filipino, half white, and all of my friends had dark hair and brown eyes, and I always wanted that. Like right today, my hair is slightly crimped. I wear my hair in a French braid to bed, so that way I can have a curly haired look because I want curly hair. My sister has like extremely beautiful curly hair, and mine is just bored thin and really, really like barely anything. I have super thin straight hair, and I want curly hair, and I wish I had brown eyes. I know green is supposed to be like not exotic but rare, like not everybody can have green eyes, and that's what I wanted growing up. I wanted brown eyes so I could be like all the other pretty girls growing up. But yes, that's another fact about me. Number 12 is I played the oboe for 3 years in school. In 6th grade, I started off with the alto sax, and then I moved to a different school, 6th grade, and they didn't provide saxophones, so I had to play the recorder. And then when I got into middle school, I played the oboe. So 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, I played the oboe in a classical band, and I absolutely loved it. I would love to buy an oboe some point in the future and play it like for fun, because I just think it's such a beautiful instrument. I used to have an oboe cassette that I would listen to like concerts only in oboe solos to bed at night. I'm such a nerd. All right, Number 13, I have a really hard time whistling. For some reason, my lips, they're not too big, but they just can't. Let me try. I have to think about it for a really long time. I've done it before, but I really have to like chew gum or something to exercise my mouth in order to whistle. I can't just do it. I don't know why. Makes me sad. Number 14, this is my favorite, and it totally grosses people out. Number 14, I can flip my eyelids inside out. So if you are gonna get grossed out, skip it, because I'm gonna do it for you now. I'm gonna flip. Wait, hold on. I flipped my eyelids out. Don't they look beautiful? My whole family can do that, and we used to like have wars to see who could keep their eyelids flipped the longest without their eyes like getting super dry and watery. I had to choose 3 snacks for life that I could only eat, like if I was on a deserted island, or you know, the whole world ended but I could only have these 3 snacks and I had to eat it forever. The 3 snacks that I would choose would be shrimp chips, cuttlefish, and Hawaiian popcorn, which is just regular popcorn with mochi crunch in it and furikake, which is the seaweed sprinkle that you add onto rice. And again, Growing up in Hawaii, I learned to like all of these kinds of like Asian snacky foods, and whenever I can get my hands on a care package from my family, I mean, they sell those things here too, but I like it when my family sends it to me. I just devour the yumminess of all of these like seafoody typed snacks. I just love them, and my husband thinks they smell really bad, but I think they are delicious. I could eat them all day long. I love them so much. Okay, number 16. When I was in high school, I got my cartilage pierced at like 16 or something. And it was like all the rage to get your cartilage pierced at that point in time. And I went to go get my hair cut at a Fantastic Sam's. And I told the lady, be careful, I have a piercing up here. So if the hair gets stuck around the back, I will, you know, get it out for you. And the lady could care less what I said. And so she's going along with the comb really quickly. She snags the back of my earring with the comb and ripped my earring out completely. So when I went to go look for it, the back was still attached to the earring post because it was the earring that my ear got pierced with, so it had the sharp backing on it. And then the lady charged me for my haircut after my ear's like gushing blood and the earring is no longer in my ear, and I was so sad and angry and scared and in pain. Never again. I cut my own hair. If you ever want to know how to do that, I maybe can give you guys a video, but I cut my own hair at home because I don't trust people. They're wacko. They don't listen. It's important to pay attention what the customer says. Okay, number 17, another silly, ridiculous thing about me. Up until I was in college, I thought I wore a size 8 shoe. Like, genuinely, when people, like my parents would buy me shoes growing up, or I would go to the shoe store, I had it in my mind that I was a size 8. And then in college, I realized I'm a size 7. I've been wearing shoes that were just a little bit too big my whole life. I don't know why. I thought that's what it was supposed to be like, but I had gone to like a Macy's or something, and someone helped me get my shoes, and they were measuring my feet, and they told me, you're a size 7, you're not a size 8. And you know, sometimes I go to a size 7.5, but I'm thinking, why didn't my parents help me learn this when I was little? Like, why have I always been buying my shoes the wrong size? So annoying. So that's something stupid. Okay, so number 18 is I usually have obsessions that last about 2 to 3 weeks. So I will sometimes say, for example, the Hillywood show, which is on YouTube. I love Hilly and Hannah Hindi. They are amazing, and when they put out a video, the next one that's coming out is the Supernatural parody. It's not out yet, but I'm waiting for it. But when I do see their videos, I will replay that video at least once a day for 2 weeks straight. Like, my obsessions last that long. Like, I have to hear it every day for that many times. Right now, my new obsession is Muse's new song, Dead Inside. I know it came out in March, but I only barely heard it last week for some reason, and I'm obsessed with the video, the music video. I'll leave the link down below if you guys are interested in listening to it, but it's amazing, and I love Muse so much. They're so good, and this song rocks, and I have listened to it at least 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day for the last 2 weeks. I love it. And so that goes along with food too. In college, I needed Oreos, like the little packets that have 6 of them in a packet, and I would buy those every single day before I went to women's study, and I would pop these Oreos in my mouth. So it's like, it doesn't matter what, if it's a movie, if it's a song, if it's food, I will eat it, listen to it, watch it, whatever, until my body decides that they're tired of this obsession, and then I'll stop doing it. And it's not like I'll need to like break myself from it. Just cold turkey one day, I'm like, oh, I don't like Oreos anymore, and I won't eat them ever again. I'm strange. Is when I listen to a song, I have a whole choreographed dance video in my head. I know what the hands and legs would do at every given point in the song. I am a terrible dancer. I can't choreography anything, and yet I have these like imaginations of what it would look like if I were to set the music video and do it. It's so weird. Number 20 is I love documentaries, and I've told you that before when I was reading The Martian. I love documentaries. I love any kind of documentary. Normally it's like I like biographies and then science documentaries, or something that has to do with like sociology documentaries of people and places and stuff like that. But really, generally, any kind of documentary. I love them so much. So documentaries are the best. I don't even care if a lot of documentaries are biased and they're totally untrue. Like Ancient Aliens would be considered kind of like a documentary, but it's like a fake one. I love it. I don't care. They're so fun to watch. 21, I've never been able to keep a plant alive. I think this goes for a lot of people. I do not have a green thumb. I've had plants before in the past, and I think I overwater them. I think that they are dying, and so they need more love, and so I'll put more water in. And I've even bought those like little plant measury things where they're supposed to tell you when the soil's dry, and they've always like not worked for me, or I'm dumb, but I can't keep plants alive, and I wish I could, because I think they're beautiful and they bring life and greenery to a home, and mine are always brown and dead. Number 22 is I'm a major sap. When it comes to babies, animals, inspirational videos, I watched something about a girl riding a horse to let it go from Frozen, and I was so impressed with the way this horse was like following along to the song that it just made me cry. Or really strong like orchestra music, like something that has a lot of power and emotion behind it, can make me cry instantly. But in the real world, like just my everyday, like if I'm stressed out or angry, I don't cry. I never cry in everyday life, but if it's a movie or cute stuff, I'll start bawling. 23. I have 3 nationalities in me. Well, the white could be a mixture of lots of European stuff, but I am Prussian, Filipino, and Hawaiian. And but I also have a little bit of Korean in me, and on my mom's side she was like French, German, something else, and so I have a lot of mixtures. But I do have I am part Filipino, which people are always thinking, really, you're so white? And I'm like, well, yeah, but you haven't seen my grandpa. My grandpa is half Filipino, half Hawaiian, and he looks full Hawaiian or full Filipino, and I wish I got his skin tone. Like, it makes me sad because his kids all have the nice dark complexion, and I burn so easily. I hate it. Lots of sunscreen everywhere. Sunscreen all the time. 24 is my perfect day job or night job. My perfect job would start at 8 p.m. and go to 4 a.m. I am a night owl, and I love that time of day. I don't know why. It just seems more peaceful. I like the smell that night brings. I like the sounds, you know, with the crickets and the frogs and coyotes howling. I love all that stuff. During the day, the hustle and bustle is so loud and distracting, and the sun is blinding. I hate the sun. I tell people all the time, I grew up in Hawaii, and then I spent the rest of my teenage and young adult life here in San Diego, and I despise the sun. Like, I love it when it's cloudy because I feel like I can see better. I don't like being hot and sweaty, and so yeah, my perfect time of day is between 8 at night and 4 a.m. because I feel like I'm more awake at those times of day. Lastly, my 25th fact is I'm goofy all the time. I talk to myself in the mirror, I dance in the kitchen, I sing and dance in the car when it's just me. I am a giant child. I like making goofy faces. I make myself laugh constantly just by thinking about something that was silly or something I did with my face, or, you know, my kids think I'm crazy. My husband definitely thinks I'm crazy, and I just think I'm perfect. It's fun to be weird and different, and you don't have to always act professional and adult-like, because I feel like it stunts your imagination and your creativity, and you should be able to play however you want. And this is a very long video, but that's it. That was my 25 weird, strange facts about me. If you have any questions about me that you want me to answer and say a Q&A video, let me know down below. I'm so open that I couldn't possibly think of any questions that you guys would have for me. But if you have one, leave it down in the comments section and I will answer it in a video at some point in time. If it's just, you know, a couple people telling me something, then I'll just answer it on the board. But if it's enough to make a video, I will make one. And that is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon.